Hello, everybody. How are you doing? We are live. And, well, no, I don't think I can say that. Live on the internet, but with my friends. And we are playing D&D yet again for the second night in the row for the Bardicdice D&D Double Decker. I don't know, I feel like I should do like a, you know, like the Sunday sort of like radio ads for this now. It'd be fun. But we have, if you're new to this channel, sorry, I got totally distracted there. My name is Bardicdice. If you are new to this channel, welcome. We love to have you. We do play D&D twice a week. On Wednesdays, we do Feywild, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, with 6 of our friends. And it's some chaos, let me tell you what. That is 7:30 p.m. Let me turn this light down. I think that's why I keep on getting distracted at the shiny thing on my forehead. There we go. But, you know, this is Fates United, so we never get our announcements right. But on Thursdays, which you are here tonight, is our Fates United homebrew session, a story that it's been in my mind, and we're getting into some quite interesting things. So welcome to episode 54, not desert, desert. I finally spelled it right, thanks to D. So thank you guys so much for dropping by. Yona, thank you so much for the subscription. I always like seeing you here. You guys are amazing. If you are new to our channel, or you just have never followed before, consider giving our socials a follow. We have a lot of new programming coming up soon that you'll want to be first notified, or when we go live, Twitch has done the new whole like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell thing. So if you haven't followed, consider following us. You don't need to subscribe, so I'm not gonna ask you to do that. But if you want to hit the little belly thing down at the bottom, you'll get notified when we go live, as soon as we go live. Super fun. That also being said, we have, hello, hi Azeloth. Thank you, buddy. Azeloth is heading off to play as well, so thank you so much for dropping the 5 gift subs, man. It's awesome. You guys are crazy. It's always these announcements. You guys throw me off every time. But we have a wonderful Discord as well, that we love to hang out offline and talk D&D, show our new haircuts, get new cell phones. We share poetry and art and leatherworking, and all a creative corner. It's super fun and amazing. We talk D&D, we talk nerd stuff. It's just a grand old time. And we share with Marquee Gaming, the wonderful Rachel and Mark that you'll hear about later and what program they do. But I also do want to shout out our 2 official artists for this channel. We have Deely, who's our official artist for our Wednesday game, and Rachie, who is our official artist for Fates United. They will also shout out their socials in a second. So that being said, thank you guys so much. You are amazing. We love seeing you. If you want to join along in the Discord as well, we have a Fates and Fae channel where everyone likes to just post gifs and reactions and try and make each other break, like we did last night during Feywild, right at the end during an emotional moment, like every time. So if you want to put in there an old lady punting a little girl, you can. It definitely always breaks D, and it's always a fun time. So that being said, I think that's all the announcements I have for tonight. Why don't we go ahead and introduce our wonderful cast of players and the character that they're doing and any projects you have going on. So starting with the one and the only Jonathan. Let's go out of order. Let's throw people off tonight. Jonathan, why don't you set up the wonderful person above you?
Well, hello. I'm here, and I made it. It's been a week, but I'm excited to be here. Glad to be here. I am John. I play Kahurangi, and I am often known as Deely's husband. Deely is the one above me, who is at Raphael. She has her own stuff. She'll be able to tell you when she gets there. And was not expecting to be here. I was expecting to be here at the game, not expecting to be the first person to do announcements. So that kind of threw me off. I think that's exactly what Mike was going for. But
what happens when you shave? Chaos ensues.
Well, the world sometimes needs a little chaos.
Does it now? Soon to be likes that.
With that, we'll pass it on.
Perfect. And Deely's husband wouldn't be a husband without the one and the only Deely. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Deely.
Hi.
I'm laughing at the way John introduced himself. Hi. Rachel's hi. I'm Deely, aka Raphael, and yeah, I do art streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and someday it'll also be a game stream. I'm very lazy, so that's why there's been no games, but it's a lot of fun talking about games and stuff with everybody, so come and join me, 1 p.m. PST on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's a good time.
Wink. Yeah, she's awesome. Go check her out. Her commissions are open. She's an amazing artist. I already have plans for an art piece for you in the future that I haven't talked about yet. So anyways, now let's head over to the second husband and wife duo. Starting again with the bottom. Mark. Normally last but not least. Why don't you announce yourself in Marquee Gaming?
All right. So I'm Mark of Marquee Gaming. And yeah, we do D&D Sundays, 2 p.m. CST, with Mike. He is in that game with us, and it's a fun time. Good, awesome time. And sometimes other stuff on the weekends, and Rachel'll talk about her stuff in a minute. But here, I am Zachary, the Aesmer Sorcerer Bard, and yeah, that's what I do around here. I also lose all my channel points to Lit because we gotta catch up and get him to number 1 again. So,
so I mean, now we got pay to win, we got cheating. I mean, this is a whole asterisk around this leaderboard over here. I don't know. Wow,
I lost fair and square.
That's fair.
I gambled it all. I went all in and lost it all. So
perfect. Well, we don't gamble with our amazing art, and that's why we send it over to the other artist on our channel, Rachie.
Transition wasn't so bad.
I tried.
Still on the fly adapting.
Yeah, I had a hair one that going, but I was like, man, I think we're gonna scratch that. So
Hi, I'm Rachel / Pip. I do art, as you can see. If you want to check out my art on Instagram or Twitter, it's at Pip400Arts. And I also stream at Marquee Gaming on Mondays at 3:30 CST. It's always a good time. We always have a lot of fun discussions. And yeah, sometimes like last time, there was a lot of talk about sheep and it was fun. So we love our sheepies. Yeah, I play nice, a ranger cleric, and a little bit of a rage monster sometimes. Just sometimes. The end.
Maybe again tonight, we'll see.
Meh.
We'll see. Fantastic. Well, our wonderful cast, I love playing with them. So, just like the thunderstorm that just went by, maybe it's signaling that Anais needs to show up, or one of the other chosens. Let's get into tonight's game of Fates United.
Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides, corrupting all the good inside. They will travel the hard way, igniting light through the untamed. Wilderness won't disguise the elements sent to destroy the fragile weave of destiny. Just one of the many evils sent to break the world. Protect them as legend unfolds. Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides. Bring light to where evil abides. Come on, roll the dice. As heroes take the fight.
Welcome to tonight's game of Fates United. Episode 54, Deserts in the Desert. I should have... God, I knew I was missing a good title. It's right there. We'll have to change it afterwards. However, if you're new to this channel, or you're catching up, as I see some new faces from last night. Thank you guys for coming back to our second night. This is our homebrew game, Fates United, in this world, named Organia. It was created by the Ancient One, a deity that molded everything in his own image. From his creation and his will to create good, magic was formed in the forms of light, dark, earth, sky, water, sun, and all the affinities. The affinities were then given their own form, the first races, first beings that lived upon this land, and created the races that we all now know. It's the elves, the humans, the ASMRs up in the sky in Celestia. However, during that same time, an evil energy of corruption entered into this new world of creation and threatened this new land that, as the affinities were teaching the races magic of bastions and cities, eventually, in wanting to protect his own creation, the Ancient One gave up his own power and ability to be walking among the mortals to try and keep corruption at bay and rid it of this world. Seemed like he mostly had. But after only a few years of peace, corruption found its way back, and a large-scale invasion with corruption monsters and titans. The affinities themselves fought him back, and in duplicating the ritual that the Ancient One did, gave up their own ability to walk among their own creations, and lived and pushed back corruption behind the mortal veil along with themselves. Not wanting to leave the world without defenders, they gave a portion of their power to people they called Chosens. Each generation, Chosens have risen to defend the people and keep the peace, most of the time succeeding, but in the past few generations, seemingly have fallen and given corruption even more power and much fear in this land. Our last generation, 4 Chosens have risen, our players, as they have joined together through different paths and different backstories. They have joined together, leaving Solisterum, or the Centurium, a school where they met a lot of the other defenders of the land and kings and queens and those that are ready to take over. They left and went to Venali, one of the bastions of magic and cities that was once granted, was founded by an affinity. They also left after completing their story there, going to the other human cities, and through a bit of reviving and maybe some relationships, seemingly have united the humans behind their banner. But in wanting to check in with his own people, Kahuranji, has brought his people, or brought the Chosens to back to his people in Fusuaga. Fusuaga is in danger of being attacked by elves, Anais' people. Though the elves here in this world are barbaric, driven to having to live in a nomadic and barbaric way because of a drought in the desert that they were all pushed to. Anais' father, an intellectual, tried to save them in other ways, but was boasted as an outcast. And Lytus, a cultish figure and cultish group, decided to sacrifice her family, with Anais surviving. Both of them have now started to unravel the beginnings of their plans here in the plains, and both the elves and other surrounding cities are at danger. Our Chosens last game were able to rescue Anais' friend Connor, who was also her kind of mentor's son, who thought was dead, now been resurrected, and Kahu's friend Ergon, one of his soldier mates. They were ambushed by one of the Lytus, Arendelle, who is seemingly controlling these elves, driving them to fatigue that beyond even death can't get to them. They're pushing their bodies, pushing their minds past what they should be able to do. But Kahu's estranged sister came in and did assist them. Well, no, you guys fought them off before they came in, sorry. But they were on their way to assist. Though, unfortunately, they're still at odds as well. It seems, even through a few words of persuasion, your sister still is holding tough to the tradition that she was supposed to be chieftain instead of Kahu, though in a ritual, Kahu was chosen by the affinities. They've gone off, though, giving you a chance to prove yourself worthy, give yourself worth in her eyes, by taking care of this elf and Lytus issue. You guys took watches and rested. Everything seemed fine, and nothing besides just the normal night feel of creatures kind of coming in nearby to the fire as you guys are at this prison and campsite that's been abandoned by the elves. None of them has gotten close enough to bother you or become an issue. And the cold, crisp morning slowly begins to fade as the sun comes up over the hills. You guys are on the edge of what would be considered Fusuaga. It would only be a few miles before one of the major rivers that splits Fusuaga and the plains. And even a few more miles into that, the beginning of what are now the desert plains. What do you guys want to do?
I think once Kahu gets up, he's going to head outside and start gathering up the bodies and try to prepare them for some kind of a funeral rites if he can.
Perfect. It's easy enough. They were undisturbed. Mostly any issue with that would just be that they were stiffened over the night and also with the cold. But for you, it's not an issue.
Zach's gonna come over and help with it.
Are you guys trying to collect them for like a fire or berry?
Barry.
Oh,
No, I could do fire.
just throw another one of those stones at them. We're not going to.
Too soon.
That's a little too soon. Funny, just too soon.
We're all up at the same time, right? I just didn't know if we were staggered weird with sleep.
I figured, based on what we were saying last time, that you guys were kind of doing watches, and then Zachary would have been the first one up because he did the last watch. So as his watch ended, since he had gotten a long rest, then did the watch, you guys were waking up as well. Unless you guys want to do wake up rolls.
Sure.
I always want to do a wake up roll.
Okay.
I was the only one who shook my head.
I wasn't sure if it mattered here or not.
5.
17.
2.
Pretty much the exact order that I figured. Zachary's up, then Kahu, then Anais, then Make Eyes sleep again.
Yeah, the cop.
She stayed up a little late writing
the
card.
tents and stuff, like make like a thing to start a fire with, and then get the body set up.
Okay.
He's gotta wait for Anais to get up, just in case. I'm unsure if Anais maybe knows anything about elven burials, but I'll wait for her to get up, and I'll place a silver piece in each hand of the dead that I put in the pile.
Yeah, you'd have plenty of money, for sure. Alright. Kind of work it in there. It's, again, cold, and right now Urgon's hawk isn't anywhere to be seen. He hasn't had it back out. But even Urgon eventually gets up. Connor's still sleeping. You head over to the tents to start breaking them down. Give me an investigation check while you do that.
I think Zach
Listen,
says
right?
he's helping me out.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you're more.
26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like, I got this.
Let me look.
8.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, before you hold on. Kahu is more or less you're more focused on the burial and getting the materials. Zachary, and most of the tents, they've been emptied. A few items here and there, just of scraps of food and stuff, but you kind of, as Kahu's taken down one corner of the main tent, you actually see some burnt paperwork that seem to not be fully burnt, in like a couple pieces of.
We'll go over to read that.
As you're looking at it, it's hard to read everything, but you do read Elvish, right?
Yep.
Because it's broken up and burnt. But from what you ascertain, they're descriptions and directions to different rune sites here, like runic, like sites that used to be something but now are just runes. They've grown old and forgotten about. But one of them you see to the south matches the one on the second page. And even though the part that describes what it is gone, you notice on the first page that you get, it has a rough drawn map that kind of resembles, back on the top of Fusuaga, a secondary runic site up on the plateau. They seem to be written in like that they're almost the same.
They're talking like the place that had the no magic thing.
Oh, no. It would be in that area, but not specifically the non-magic thing.
Oh, okay.
But nearby.
Kaho, do you know about ruins up on the plateau up there?
Do I?
Give me a history.
like I
Give me a either history or religion. It's up to you.
I think it's the same. $15.
You have never heard anything growing up. However, in some of your time in the army, especially serving aside Ergon, some of the Goliath, you know that they have rumors and spoke of a former alliance potentially with dwarves. It's nothing that's ever spoken about with Kalishtar, or taught or known. But even when you've heard about it, it's always given a response of, like, I wouldn't say conspiracy level, but like a legend. Like, yeah, okay. Like, we've ever, you know, we're at war with them. Like, we ever aligned with the dwarves or anything.
Yeah, it's something I've heard Ergon talk about, but is always just seen as stories of legend and old.
Ergon!
Yeah. Just like munching halfway through. He gets up. He's like eating like old fruits and a few rations that Meikai's given him and a pocket cookie. It's like the weirdest breakfast you've ever seen. And clumbering over, and on his way, you do see him cast or finish up a spell that he was casting, and you see materializing Amaya's form with the hawk. Yeah, what can I do, buddy?
Do you know anything about ruin sites back over there? Dwarfs, things like that?
I mean, we have, a few rune sites that we found, and then you say dwarves. You can both give me an insight check.
Zach special?
You mean me as well?
Wow. That's the best Zach special I've ever had. 20. For insight. One away from my max. That's pretty great.
16.
Both of you see a flicker down, and then a quick recovery of who knows who actually owned them, but maybe cool to find out one day, right?
Ergon, what do you know?
I just said I don't know what you're talking about. And again, you kind of just see like a quick furrow of the brow, kind of like a really telltale sign of like he's a really bad liar and he's not. He doesn't like keeping stuff from you.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't know. It's just, I mean, you definitely seem like you're not hungry anymore. Let me take the food from you.
Whoa! All right, hold up. I mean, are you hungry? We can go hunting.
I'm happy to go hunting, but I mean, what's going on here?
Sure, oh, and you like start catching up on like what you're meaning by everything, right? I mean, I guess you are chieftain now, I guess.
So it seems.
Yeah. It's not really something we really spread around, but the chieftains are kind of protecting from the knowledge of our past, I guess. Well, the Goliaths didn't, just learn what we did naturally. Are you sure you want me to talk about this openly? And he kind of glances over to Zach.
I trust Zach.
Oh, I mean,
The
no,
shield's
Zach,
better.
I trust you too. I just, Sure. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I was just making sure, just sorry. My bad. I think you're really cool. You're the flying things. Thanks. Sorry.
Why'd you be sorry about him being able to fly? He's amazing at it.
No, it's just because I'm really awkward. I don't know. Mom and Dad did this.
Give me some. Let me make some eggs later. Thinking.
Oh, you have eggs? Sweet.
I brought some rations.
All right. Kind of give him a time to kind of think about and present himself, but kind of does come back up and. All right. So.
So 15 on my cooking skill.
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, especially out here. It even takes some time, and no one's really checked this building up to the north, but it's got like cooking supplies and.
Oh wait, how do you survival? Wouldn't I? For cooking out here.
What did you use? Performance? Or
I use performance. I use survival. I think, right?
Up to you. I
do survival.
I can go with either one.
In the wild. All right. In that case, it was a 19.
Even better. It's quite simple because as you kind of were stumbling through looking for spare things left over, you found a frying pan and somewhat of a log fire that's built up for cooking. The little thing to the north looks like it was meant to hold originally some sort of guards or barracks. It has been kind of turned into. Well, you just looked in the kitchen because that's all you're doing. So you're not sure what else this was used for at the time. But you kind of look around and there's a few chairs and some paperwork and desks and a few beds in the back. Ergon kind of comes in before you get a chance to look around. And Zachary, I'm guessing you're still there as well?
Yep.
Before the other two kind of join in. He's kind of looking over, watching you guys slowly get up. Kahu, the dwarves didn't start the war with us. We started it with them. They used to originally live in this land. They had a lot of knowledge, magics. We tried to emulate a lot of it, but our ancestors were jealous and needy at the time. Took it by force. And then when the Great Divide happened and the elves got pushed here from the north and from New Otare, the dwarves felt they had to protect themselves. And that's why they reopened their advancements in trying to gain war. They'd also lost their magic. We had it. These runes are the last remnants of their kingdom. I think. That's what I've been told, at least. It was the people that did that were outcasted. And for a while, Goliath had given up using their powers. But our people started being worse off for it. So did yours. So that's kind of why they made a new pact to protect nature and be a little bit more spiritual, shamanistic. That's what we do today. It's We try and make amends and protect the lineage and history. That's why it's also been kept from most of the Kalishtar. A lot of the Kalishtar were lost because of us. Your mother should have known. I don't know if she ever told your father.
I would be unaware.
Sorry, I never told you. Technically, I'm sworn to secrecy. I could be stripped of my powers because of this. At least my rank.
And who does the stripping?
It kind of looks really sad. Well, that now would be my father. I guess.
So you're telling me that the magics I learned from you with these runes, from the same people that we were at war with, that they were stolen and we were the first aggressors?
If you want to go back to the beginning, I'm sure they had qualms before that. So does every country, right? But there have been other reasons why since. But
Do we have any knowledge of who had the runes before them?
we believe they actually got it from the affinity.
Which affinity?
The Earth one.
Interesting.
That's why a few Goliath wonder. There's a connection between the Draughts here and in the Dwarven Plains. Both have turned into deserts, and both have runes. Ruins. Both, actually, if you want to get technical.
So let me get this straight. The dream walking magic is from the dwarfs.
That, well,
No, the runes that I use on my armor
there you go.
and weapons.
Yes.
Oh.
The
Dream stuff we assume is from the Kalishtar itself. We just help them access it more.
So that though is dwarven, and it was stolen.
And you look, are you said you're pointing to the runes on
On Kahuya.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Taken. Adapted. Stolen.
In your history, do you know if the dwarfs were willing to share? Or is there no knowledge of what?
I don't know. This is just what's been passed down from my parents to theirs. On what we teach, they weren't. But I've always questioned if we're trying to keep this secret, what else we are.
Personally, I think the secret is foolishness.
I agree.
How can the future avoid the mistakes of the past if we don't know the full truth?
That's why you're going to make a good chieftain.
And then, after the magic was stolen, that's when the droughts happened.
Many years later, but yes. Dwarves began dying off. Becoming desperate. Started invading the elves and the Kalishtar. And then the Great Divide happened. Reshuffled everything.
So the deserts are all dwarven lands at one point?
Once us and the ASMRs kicked them out, then that's where the Dwarven Kingdom resided. ASMRs at war with them too before they rose into the air. The reason why they wanted to get out of here, I don't blame them.
So is it because you made this pact with the land that this place isn't the desert it could be?
Maybe. I mean, there are active runes at the temple up north. The one that all these creatures seem to be starting to come from. But if that's being corrupted, I don't know if it's connected or not. It's about this time, Anais, if you wanted to, you could head over. Or if you wanted to do something else. Makai's just now stirring.
I think I would probably check on Connor and the two elves really fast before I walk over to wherever they are.
You actually walk over and the elves are up. They're still looking sick, but slightly better than the day before. You can see them starting to gain some health back. You head back to Connor's, kind of crawled back into that corner where he was imprisoned. He's been facing away this whole time. And as you do, you get closer and start hearing these whimpers. And he's sweating. Looks like he's been having a nightmare. Give me a perception check.
Wow. I got a 1. Nat 1, so that's 11.
Just kind of worried about him as he's in the state.
Okay. He looks pretty exhausted beforehand, right? Like, not as bad as the other elves I know, but I'm just trying to figure out if I should wake him up or if it's time to just let him be.
With your check, I think with your kind of just walking over, doesn't seem like he's resting very well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will see if I can poke him out of it.
First couple of pokes, nothing.
Squat next to him.
First, it's nothing. Kind of just like a furrow of his brow. Do it a little harder. Trying to wake him.
Yeah. But not like super hard. Just boop.
Okay. It's a medium.
Medium poking, yes.
Okay. continues just to be stuck in this nightmare currently. I have to wrestle him a little bit harder than that.
I probably take his shoulder and kind of like shake his shoulder.
As soon as you do that, just whips around and breathing hard. There's just a dagger in his hand, and he sees you and sorry. And he's like looking around the room and slowly kind of like catching where he's at, but his eyes are just darting as if he was looking for something that wherever he was just now. But he drops the dagger and he goes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Nice signs. Pretty sure I've done that before.
Yeah. People in our position probably would. Kind of scratching at that scar again. Like this weird tick that he has. Especially when he has these memories.
What was going on? I didn't want to wake you, but it didn't seem too good.
Like wiping away the sweat. You just see him drenched in this. Just her voice. Just keep reliving all the things she made me do.
Did you talk to her a lot?
Ananias, don't think I am what I used to be. You guys should just leave me. Just let me die in the desert before I can hurt someone else. I don't want to hurt you guys.
Did you forget our conversation last night?
No, I remember. Still don't think I deserve any of that.
What are you afraid's gonna happen?
I don't know. But I've hurt a lot of people. I keep on having memories of Arendelle and I going to these tribes. Not many people would listen to her until I vouched for her. Using my dad's name, yours. And for those that needed more persuading, you just see him look back down to the dagger and kind of do this again. I'm not a good person anymore.
I mean, I bet I could go on all day about how it's not your fault, but I'm sure you won't listen to me right now.
Stubborn like my dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Nothing ever gets through to him. But would you rather die in the desert by yourself, or would you rather try and fix it?
What if she's going to use me? What if I'm just a trap for you all? Why'd she
You
bring
might
me
be.
back? She could have just killed me.
I mean, it seems like she had plans that... But I'm sure it is a trap.
Then just run. Leave. Start a life over again. Sounds like they need you to do whatever she needs to do. Let her fail. Let us all die.
I'm going to kill her. There's no talking me out of it. Besides, what sort of life would there be to start? Mine's gone too. You at least have your dad still.
If he'd even recognize me.
I'm sure he would.
Right.
I mean, I was really different when he found me.
How'd you survive?
Lotha kind of guided me around till he finally found me, but it was a couple months. Easy to get lost in the deserts when you don't know what you're doing.
I mean, I'm not surprised you're the one that survived. You always were a better hunter than me. You know, I used to watch you and your mom hunt just to pick up tricks.
Did you?
Yeah, your mom was really good at hunting.
She was good.
I don't know, never had a big family like you did.
Yeah. Well, there's a way to talk to your dad if you want to, but if you don't feel ready, I can just leave it for now.
Not yet. I mean, you can tell him I'm with you if you want, but
Yeah? Okay. I think it would help him.
wherever he is, you know he's gonna want to come running, right?
I don't know. Maybe. He has some other responsibilities. I would hope he'd stick to them.
It's good for him then.
Yeah, give him something to do. Distract him. All that stuff.
Probably what we need too then. Distraction.
Yeah, why do you think I'm doing this?
You just see really, like, he's smiling, but just a really sad look in his eyes. Why this happened to you?
Sorry it's happened to you. I mean, I think that's why you don't really have to worry, though, about how much you've changed. I think we both aren't really the same people anymore.
So you're a hunter. I'm a murderer. We do have a prey out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. And then I'll figure out what to do with myself after.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, the thing I keep telling myself is whatever we're doing, it's making so that what happened to us doesn't happen to other people. So that's gotta be worth something.
Yeah. No, you're right.
By the way, I killed Varro, so you don't have to worry about him anymore.
Oh, and then you just see that kind of flicker. Aro. Aro. That's who killed me.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you just forget?
Sorry. It's like I just remembered more things than last time, that's all.
Oh. Anything you want to tell me? If it's too hard, you can always write it
No, it's
on a piece of paper, like on a list. That's what I do.
not a bad idea. I think I caught him. I think I knew what they were going to do. And I caught him. He killed me for it.
You found out something he was going to do?
Or what they did. Yeah.
Are you talking about with us, or are you talking about something else?
Or what they did to you. That he had tricked my dad. Right? Is that right? Or is this a dream?
And that someone else had tricked him, yeah. One of Lightus. Someone else we caught later.
That's what Var was talking about. I overheard him talking about it.
I mean, Bryce said you were kind of outspoken that something was wrong. Something happened.
Yeah, I knew your dad and Bri never... My dad and your dad. You wouldn't say Bri. They never trusted Lightus. Virdis. Neither did I, but I think that's why she brought me back, I guess, to convince the other elves to follow.
Yeah. I don't know why you convinced them, though. Most people didn't even like us. Soulsterin.
I don't know. A lot of it's a blur. I mean, she would always promise of water and safety. This oasis.
She said they worship the light.
Yeah, some supposedly old affinity that I went by the name Sundavi or something.
Yeah. He's annoying. I don't know, though. He said that
Wait, what?
he bothers all four of us a lot.
So he's real?
Yeah, he's real.
So Virdis is right.
I don't know. He might be lying.
Wait, you've talked to an affinity?
Alex just points to my forehead.
Yeah, I knew you were chosen, but does that mean you've talked to affinities?
Yeah, I talk to Lotha all the time.
You just seem like just sitting back, just like. And Sudavir really is an affinity?
He's not really an affinity, though. He's kind of like in our category.
What?
He's
He just
like
looks
the
really
chosen.
confused, like he's not following.
He's the chosen. He likes to act like he's better than he is. He claims
What?
that he has nothing to do with Virdis. So that's where I'm confused. I mean, he could be lying, of course, but
So he's the chosen of light?
chosen of darkness.
What?
Yeah, that's a thing, apparently.
Why did
If you ever get confused, you should ask Zach, because he's like a whole notebook cataloging like everything.
But if he's the chosen of darkness, why is she saying he's like some god of light?
I don't know, he acts like he is sometimes.
Oh.
I don't really understand. That's part of what I'm trying to put the pieces together for her.
It's about this point you see Meikai finally getting up. He had snoozed a couple times. Okay. Just like looking like he's rubbing his head. Might take me a little bit to follow all this.
Yeah. How about you just take some time. Maybe if you think of new details you remember, write them on a list for me. And then I'm gonna talk to the others and we're gonna make a plan.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
When did little Anais grow up?
Oh, do you think this is grown up? That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool taking charge.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, Kyle and Meikai like to sit and talk about food a lot, so I kind of have to like get him going a lot.
Yeah, we have a lot of Dad like to do that too. Oh, he loves bacon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably too. Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like I'm corralling people a lot, so it's kind of second nature.
Well, you're good at it.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, I'll start looking around, see if I can find anything helpful.
I like rip out some pages of my notebook and I give him one of my pencil things and I like put it in front of him.
I'll keep tabs. Maybe they'll help.
Yeah. Okay. And I just let him be in his zone for a
You
while.
notice he
Perhaps
definitely.
about ready.
Yeah, you kind of hear Kahu yelling over. So just by the way, so they're in the prison. You guys are in the other building as well. So I mean, you can still yell over. I'm just letting you know for location setting. Now you're muted.
Yelling it out for everybody.
Yeah. A little ring in the bell. Yeah. Connor does seem more with it now. Seemed like that conversation helped. It seems whatever nightmare, he seemed to come back to reality instead of being stuck in that.
A loopy thing. Okay.
Meikai, you kind of fell
Yeah.
asleep. Book open. A little dribble on the pillow as you had probably fell asleep writing. The last thing was, oh, you went to bed, did you? Yeah, you did. All right, I'm not tired yet. You know, it's still a little, sun's going down. So I hope you're doing well. Found cookies. They're really good. And then kind of the last line is, hey, you have weather over there? Looked out that way and there's a bad storm coming in. Be safe. Last thing you wrote.
Okay, I'll read it. Can I look out a window to see what he's talking about?
Oh, they already tried. Doesn't work.
It's like we're kissing.
So you're in the prison area. You could like kind of go to the outside if you want to look out.
Yeah.
What are you trying to look?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to look for the weather he was talking about, the storm.
All right, give me a perception check. Let me go outside. It's cold. It's partly cloudy today.
It's 21.
21. Okay. You kind of look, and where you guys are is kind of like the foothills of this like mountain range. So anything to the south of you is kind of blocked by the mountains. So you can't see the coast or anything to the south. But the clouds do look thicker heading back towards Fusuaga. There's the same dark, foreboding clouds and hovercast mists around Hanasuka. The weather, as far as you can see from here and your location to the north, looks fine.
Okay, can I go to the south and look? I'm just gonna look at all the directions.
So, like I said, to the south, there's the
There's
the large mountains and plateau.
Never mind. Yeah.
Sorry, there's interruptions in the chat, so it's okay.
Yep. All right.
Asking some very real questions that need to be answered.
That is understandable.
Okay, I'll just answer back and be like, I'm awake. No weird weather, but if you see anything else, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't respond immediately.
That's fine. Yeah.
Do anything else?
I'll see. Is Anais close?
Yeah, Nice
Or
is
did you
just
walk?
now walking out of the prison from Connor. Kahu just yelled for breakfast.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, looks like it. Owls last through the night.
Is Connor okay?
Define okay.
Is he alive and not trying to stab you?
So far, yes.
Okay.
That could change.
Yeah.
He
That's
did
fair.
point a dagger at you right when he woke up, and he's alive, so I mean, I guess it's still accurate.
Yeah.
Good. Well, are you doing okay? I know it's kind of frustrating. Not even kind of. It was very frustrating that she just disappeared.
It was frustrating, but I kind of was more worried about the other things going on.
Mhm.
I feel like I can be patient when it comes to them. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Stalking prey.
As long as it gets done right, I'm okay with taking as long as it needs to.
Okay.
But thanks for asking.
Yeah. Just trying to make sure. There's just a lot of stuff going on now. So,
Yeah, are you okay?
yeah, I think I'm more and more worried now that we're closer to Hanasuka. Being, the dark clouds and everything.
Yeah. I'm glad your parents are out, at least.
Ah, me too. I don't regret getting them back. But I do feel bad for all the rest now. I can only imagine, so. But one thing at a time.
Yeah. We have a lot to sort through.
Yeah. But don't worry, I'm not freaking out or anything, being like, oh my gosh, we have to solve this right now. We can only do one thing at a time, and I feel like we need to definitely take care of this lady. Is definitely the top of the list.
Yeah.
So.
But if we need to go back to Hanasuka at some point, I'm there.
Yeah. I think that'll be good. Zach said he would still help with that, so that was good too.
Did you not think he would?
No, not he would, but more of just like being nervous to go into Hanasuka because of all the dark clouds, Like, it's kind of an ominous looking place. And I wouldn't blame anybody if they were like, oh, that's too spooky, I don't like that.
Yeah. That makes sense. He glows a lot, though, so...
He glows in his sleep!
Contacts. Yeah, I know. It's really interesting.
It's very interesting. Wonder if all ASMRs glow.
Oh, yeah, actually, a good question.
If it's just a Zach thing. Anyways, there's breakfast over here.
We, like, walk in, discussing Zach glowiness.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, that's what. Morning.
You can talk
both
in front of them
Hello.
too, it's fine.
Both of your passive insights, Ergon is not looking comfy right now.
Do you have indigestion? Did you eat too many morning cookies?
I wish.
Ergon is sharing secrets that he's supposed to keep from the Galistar. But it's probably okay with me because now I'm the chief.
Yes. And we're also chosens. So,
Yeah, I don't know if Chosen's is in the accepted circle of trustees. So again, I might get kicked out of what I'm
free.
supposed to be doing.
Well,
Every
he told
human-
the chieftain, and I haven't made no such pledge, so this is what's going on.
Every other human kingdom has told us of their state secrets, so it's fine.
All of them?
Yeah.
A number of them.
That's pretty impressive.
I'm just kidding.
The DM's going like, yeah, maybe you know everything.
So what's
Glad-
the big secret?
Yeah.
I have to repeat it.
You can just like summarize it.
I'll summarize it. The dwarves were the ones who once held the runes of the type of magic that I make use of. And
Yeah.
a long time ago, the Goliaths took that power from them. The dwarves are in the Desert Kingdom area, where it's all desert, where the elves are from as well. And it sounds as though their runes failed them, their magic was lost. And there's some desert there. Oh, and this conversation started as well. Man, I totally forgot that part. Zach found some sheets while I was prepping funeral service stuff. Of some rune sites.
Oh.
Past dwarven areas.
Seems that whatever this lightest group seems interested in.
Okay. Can we back up to stealing magic? What does that mean? Exactly. How do you just steal someone's magic?
You take their teachers, force them to teach you the magic, and use it against them.
Oh, okay. So
How's
what
that?
is... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, how does that explain that they no longer could do it?
If they lost the ones that could master it and had no one else to teach them, I don't know. Or over the time, especially once the Galistar joined the fight, we were the better fighters.
Hmm.
Kyle, even you know that. When you and I went up against them, they weren't the big threat like we always heard they were back in the day. This kingdom that was undefeatable. He seemed desperate and fallible.
So go ahead, sorry.
The marking on Arundel's face, is that the same magic?
Oh, that's a good question.
That was from the dwarves.
I mean, not that I recognize. It doesn't look like a rune knight sort of magic.
But it could be similar.
Potentially, but doesn't look like anything I've seen before.
I mean, it sounds like Virtus was the one that gave them the markings. Connor has one too.
But could that be something similar if the dwarves have some sort of rune magic that you put on people?
Well,
Could
that's
it
what
just
I'm.
be similar to that?
Maybe warps
Well, I mean,
and
is that why
twisted.
they're used to it? Are they looking for it now?
Well, they must have some, because one person could disguise themselves. One person can have gold. I don't know what they do, but
Control people, I think.
yeah.
Maybe.
So seems similar.
I don't really understand these rune sight things. What's even important about them?
Yeah.
Zachary, give me an intelligence roll. I feel like Zachary would know or a Connor roll if you have proficiency.
21.
Based on your studies, and you've been around Kahu enough, and you've been around enough of these tattoos, and with your research, that magic that Lytus uses reminds you more of like your enhanceability, but in a tattoo form. The other stuff feels more runic and ancestral. Feels different. It feels like one would come from a spell book or arcane nature for Lytus' stuff. At least with what you know. Can give me a history check. All of you, if you want. While this conversation is happening.
History. 12.
Same number, 21.
13.
21.
I might have forgotten exactly where it was said to or who said to. I'm sure you guys have discussed it amongst the characters. Sundavir has spoken of Virdis having his spellbook.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Sundavir had mentioned at some point that Virdis has his spellbook. Because you asked him why she's doing this in Sundavir's name. You know, his answer was, I don't know why she's doing it in my name, but she found one of my spell books and is casting magic using his former research. So
Okay.
in this trying to decipher this magic, that connection becomes clear in this conversation of maybe the source and difference of these two magics and how they're used. Might not have been clear because a lot of episodes and different pieces. I feel like at this point, with what your characters already know and what you're proficient at, these would be connections you would be able to make. And I also know that because it is a way different setting, I know it's easier to fall into 5e, you know, ways of magic, like Forgotten Realms sort of stuff. So someone else being able to steal a spellbook and learn from it isn't so out of the realm here necessarily.
So, what is this rune site then that they're wanting to find? What's so special about it?
That's a good question. I just know that there's some corruption coming from it, potentially.
As far as what the Goliath know, just been abandoned ruins. Nothing special. I didn't know
You
there
said it
was
was-
one down here.
You said it was active.
The one up on the plateau, it's inactive.
No, you said the one that they were at was active. You said that was one of the few that had active runes.
What part? I might have misspoken something.
Like a little bit before you said where the corruption monsters are coming from was the active runes location.
The temple. Right. We've never connected them with these ruins, but they could be related.
Ruins or runes?
Rune.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm hearing two
I
different
know. I
things.
keep on
I'm
saying
getting
him really
wrong.
weirdly in his accent, and I'm getting it wrong. So ruins, but there are inactive runes at a lot of these ruins. The last time they've seen active runes were at the temple, this water temple to the north.
So there is active runes.
And that's where the lightest people are.
No,
That's
that's
just
where the corrupted
monsters.
monsters are coming from.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
to the. I guess where you guys would be now, it wouldn't be to the north anymore. It was north from that plateau, so more east from where you guys are.
Okay. Because yeah, north is where there are right now, right?
Yeah.
So. Okay.
This water temple would be in between Hanasuka and the plateau, Fusaga. You guys are north of that now, and then about halfway up the coast is which you're either connecting to as some sort of oasis that Lytus is talking about, which you have in the past found stuff being spoken as let me get the names. Either Ogham, which you know is the capital, or what kind of the elves use as like the main site where they would meet as like the council leaders. And Gleamshore. Gleamshore is where Arendelle were speaking to these elves of a oasis.
It was the second water temple then.
Yeah, there's one in New Otare.
Mm-hmm.
But when they say water temple, it's basically like old temple sites that are kind of offered up towards like the water affinity or different affinities.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I know it was a lot and it was a little confusing. So I apologize.
Yeah, we might have to talk later. I'm having a lot of trouble tracking with.
So, to recap, here currently, Lytus A has seemingly convinced most of the elves to follow them to Gleamshore. That seems to be connected to where you guys are being pointed towards, where Arendelle is. Now that you've found some research here, you're starting to see that they have some interest in these old dwarven ruins that the Goliath had been hiding as kind of their... They know what these ruins are. The Kalishtar just either found them and thought they were abandoned or knew nothing about them. You're not sure what the connection is, minus the fact that Lytus is around the volcano that used to be held by dwarves.
Yeah. This is like multiple times they've been in dwarven old stuff. Okay.
Why, you're not sure.
And there are also dwarven ruins in the temple with the monsters coming out of it, or no?
So no, that's what I was trying to clarify, was that's separate from the dwarf stuff. There are...
Okay.
He said, basically he was saying the only time I've ever seen active runes were in that temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Where the
where that
monsters are coming
clarification was coming from. Correct. Yes.
Okay, so Lytus is at the ruins. Monsters are at the temple with active runes.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a Virginia accent. Runes and ruins sound a lot alike. Especially when you're doing that like in a Goliath orc accent. So y'all, there's a lot of talking over eggs, so did I explain it better now?
Yeah.
I think we just need to get some food in, yeah.
Yeah, it's early, guys. I haven't had any coffee either.
Okay, so Connor, I talked to him, by the way, and it sounds like he got killed at some point. Then Verdis resurrected him, gave him that tattoo he has on his face. I think he used to be able to do something with it. And Verdis controlled him that way. He was with Arendelle a lot. And he was convincing a lot of the elves to side with Verdis when they weren't believing it. That she was someone to be trusted. I think Connor also killed a lot of people under Verdis's control. Under Verdis's control, he killed a lot of people. So he seems to slip in and out a lot. He seems to have missed some of his memories too. Seems like everything's really blurry.
Hmm.
We're gonna go stop them.
I'd love
Yeah.
that, yeah. Connor wants to help, but it might be risky. But I'd rather have him nearby in the moment just to make sure he's functioning than
Mhm.
not. But I wanted to take it up with you all first, before I just made that decision.
Is his head right, though?
He seems a little more clear-headed than yesterday. But I don't know. But I mean, you did something to help him, so...
Yeah, but is he good to go so soon?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I mean, if you want to talk to him too, you can. Just so it's someone else's opinion.
I'll trust you if you know more.
I just have to wonder if being with us who can stop any of that stuff might be better for him now than having or any of Lightus come and scoop him back up again. But I mean, he's worried it's a trap. It probably is. I don't know.
Clearly, it's his trap.
Yeah.
But I think the trap is more likely my brother than it is him.
It could be both, too, actually. Coming
Could
from
be.
a lot of different angles.
Just don't want to sit around here too much. I want to take care of this.
No, I mean, I do too. I just wanted to make sure we're okay with him coming or not.
Mhm.
You have faith in him, don't you, Anais?
I think so.
Then I do as well.
Yeah, for revenge or justice.
I think he feels really bad about what happened. And I think he just wants to fix things. I don't know what category that falls into, Zach. I still think the lines are pretty blurry. But again, I mean, you talk to him, see what you think.
If he wants to come, he can come.
Okay. Thanks. And thanks for helping him, by the way.
Wow, you guys are really somber bunch in the morning. Really used to being around
It's
the
not-
fun kids at the Centaurium. Not that you guys aren't fun. I'm just saying, like, not as lively. That's all.
Yeah, I just moved like 15 corpses this morning, so sorry for not being bright and sunny.
Yeah, touche.
Yeah, we do have them ready
Yeah.
for funeral rites, by the way.
Just kind of figured being the sun chosen you'd be a little more sunny, but yeah, that's fine. I can help lead the burial ceremony.
Just staring him down.
It's more for the heat of his gaze.
He looks straight down back
Yes.
into the eggs and the food.
Yeah.
He is not the alpha here.
What do you do for this? Are you going to bury him or like set him on fire?
We've set up a pyre.
That's what we do for our people, but nice, are all right.
I mean,
Really heard of elves
Ma-
burning their bodies.
I don't really know how the desert elves tend to do this. Soulstorm, we buried them by that tree, remember?
What
But
tree?
It was just in my village.
Oh, you're talking to them. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Like
But
this delayed like translation because it's got to go through
Yeah,
other people.
oh for sure. Yeah.
He's just getting used to it.
so I don't know how they do it. So I think burning would be okay. As long as it's, respectful.
Looks at Makai.
Mhm.
I told them I could
What?
give them each something so they have something as they go on.
What did you put? What?
Well, I mean, they died with nothing.
Galishtar thing.
You gave them something? Oh.
It wasn't much, it was just a silver piece.
Oh.
But no one should have to go without nothing.
That's good.
Good. Yeah. Ergon, what was that look for? What was it look for?
Because of the fireball comment earlier. Just making sure you're respectful, that's all.
It's fine.
You were talking
I
about throwing the
was-
fireball thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Well, should we get this started?
Is there anything
Sure.
else important in here? Did you guys look through this place?
No, not yet.
This one. I'll look real quick.
I'll help you.
I'm sure there's something under this table I flipped over.
I'm done with breakfast and they've still got stuff on their plates, so I'll look around. 22.
10 on my under the table investigation.
22. Funny enough. Kahu, what'd you get?
I got 10 for looking under the table.
Okay. So you flip the table, you don't see anything. Kind of walking over to like the bed area. Zachary, you look at the little corner underneath where Kahu flipped the table and there's a hatch door. Like, looks like it meshes well in with the wood here and kind of like some of the dirt's covered it, but it was pretty much under where the table was.
Thanks for moving the table. And I'll look and see. Is it trapped, I guess?
Without even a roll, you're fine. It's not trapped.
I'll open it up.
Oh.
Oh, hey, there was something under there. Interesting.
A real bad smell at first hits you of like rotten fruit and veggies. But you also see glowing of like some sort of light source down in this room, but then under, like, it goes back into a secondary room, and it looks like some sort of cellar basement that would be under the other room.
I will cautiously approach.
Okay.
I'll go down with him.
Cautiously meaning stealth, or
I'll just watching for anything that would be a danger if I sense anything. But
You want me to go first?
I'm fine. I just want to make sure I don't. Could be a trap. So
give me a perception
Just
check
saying.
as you're going in.
If I get hit
I'm
by
going with
something,
him.
you can help me.
I'll
And then-
guidance myself just to really boost it here.
17.
All right.
32.
19.
Okay. The shadows of this weird light source kind of played tricks on you for a second. But as you're kind of looking in, quickly you're able to decipher it's an empty room and there's just a lone, kind of one of those light gems that's flickering softly on this table. And you look up and there's, similar to the writing before, but a full-on map, rough strewn of this territory. And you see a big V over the like where the volcano mountain is. You see a question mark and then a crossed out over where Giant's Bane is. And then circles over Solisterum and 5 other locations. Anais, you're down there. You can give me a history check with advantage.
The 18.
Did it delete all my stuff?
Good thing too, because I got a 1 on the first roll.
Phew, okay. Whew. Deleted my information I was about to give you and then brought it back with an undo. You're looking up and you quickly recognize Agam. That's where you guys used to live on the outskirts of. This used to be this like mountainous like waterfall area when the trees were still there before it dried out. It's one circle. And then kind of thinking back to what your father taught you after you guys moved to Solisterum, these 5 other locations seem to match where the different tribes went to. I finally wrote down all the names for you. So there's the Solisti tribe. That's your tribe. The one that broke off and went to the Solisterum. You guys were originally part of the Nuotarans. Kind of what you guys called yourself because you were from Nuotari. But you guys broke off from them. Your father and your mother's tribe ended up splitting and your mother went with your father. You've already met a few elves from the Red Hawks. And Whitetails. You've met both. And with the people that you've been fighting, you have recognized, because it's all kind of all these tribes together now that you've been fighting the past couple days. The other ones are Mountain Feet and the Blue Hounders. Your father hated the names, but that's what they go by. I found them very simplistic and juvenile.
Yes.
You could tell who named the Solisti.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
These
and they're all
locations
circled.
are circled. On the desk, Zachary, you also find a letter. Looks like it hasn't been sent. But it just says, "Glad you have her. Things are going as planned. I'm sure they'll arrive shortly." He won't be any more trouble. Just watch out for the girl. And it's signed Arundel.
Do you know who this is talking about?
Read it.
There's so many girls that it could be referencing to.
Can you, like... Okay. Can you, is it typed out already?
No.
Did you just type that out? Okay. Because I was
You need to see it in writing. Yeah. I can write it out for you after the game. Give you the gist of it. Essentially, though, it looks like a letter that was about to be sent from Arundel to somebody. Speaking of plans that are going according, to plan.
Yeah.
You kind of get the gist that it seems like it could be speaking either of you or someone else that is basically following the plan. But it references troubles with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like an official pronoun, like a title or a name. You've seen different writings before, like they know your name. You've been called different things, never the girl.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. This could be referencing a lot of different things.
Yep.
But Arundel is the one that was with Kaho's brother.
I know who she is.
The only other thing down here is a fireplace that has a lot of ash, wood, and it's cold, and an ink pen, like an ink bottle and pen.
Is there a date on the letter?
No, but looking at it, and you are quite familiar with calligraphy and letters and writing and transcribing, this is still like soaking into the paper. This seems like it was written fairly recently. Hasn't been collecting dust and around for a while. And on top of that, with the rest of all of your look at the camp, everything feels like it was a very quick abandonment of this place. It's not like it was packed down and rolled up. It was someone got tipped off and they got out of here quickly, or were setting up to ambush you because of it. You know what I mean? Like, it does not look like they were willingly packing this place up. So this looked like some sort of letter that was forgotten or not covered up. That sort of thing.
Should we go deal with this then?
Yeah. If you're okay with it.
Yeah. Solus, I think, wants it dealt with.
Yeah?
I'll have to say on the map, the only other thing I didn't mention was there are like question marks and then comments of the different ruins that they were researching. One here, a question mark that seems to be near Fusuaga. One written up at the top of the mountain, the volcano. And then there's like two others that are like near different other tribal spouts that are question marks. Actually, you both give me intelligence checks. Looking at this map, based on the geography that you already know of this area. Kaho, are you down here as well, or no? I think you said you went down there, right?
I'd probably, if it looked like there was enough room after they first descended the stairs, and then the stairs in there, then I probably followed after a moment. It's
kind of like a basement cellar equal to the upstairs. You can give me another intelligence as well because you know the area. Actually, all of you are from this area, so yeah, all of you can give me intelligence rolls if you want.
16.
What? 11.
11.
7.
7. Okay.
I didn't go down. I was eating food.
Okay, that's fine. Just wondering. They don't line up perfectly, but these ruins somewhat follow what would have been the old river lines.
Before they dried up.
Where they dried up.
Who realizes that?
So-
Zach, I'm assuming.
I'd say the two of you, maybe not quite Kahu. Maybe like you see that, oh, you know of this river that was there, but the others you don't connect because you didn't realize there used to be a river there, sort of thing.
Is it all one line, like one river? Or is it different?
I'll say Zachary,
branching?
you can make that connection. That it's all, they are somewhat branching, but they all flow into what was once one river. That connected all the way up
Okay.
near the town near the volcano.
Do I know if there's any significance to that river?
Besides that they might be connected. And that there's apparently dwarvish ruins. There's no other significance that comes to mind, except just being I wouldn't say important, but a side trade route at the time. But it got abandoned and unused after the Great Divide and the drought.
Right. Let's give them a proper burial, I think, and deal with this.
We're going to
I
just
just,
Go ahead.
I just like silently hand Kahu the note. Just for him to read in case anything clicks with him.
It's an
Might as well.
Elvish. Just if you
Oh.
just make sure.
I'll grab it and I'll look to read the note and I'll be like, do you mind reading it
I
to
will
me?
read
I
it
don't
to
really
him.
Do you
know
not-
this very well.
Do you not know Elvish? I
Yeah.
thought Kalistar knew Elvish.
I do not.
Yes.
No, okay.
I will read it to him.
Nice look, sorry.
Well, I imagine because Anais handed it to me, I probably just hand it to her and just mind link to her. But if you want to read it, you can.
Yes, I want to keep this letter anyways.
Okay.
I just hand it back to you.
So I'll read it to him and store it away.
You have to teach me Elvish and Anais.
Again. You can learn sign language too. Maybe that's too much.
At the same. I can try doing both at the same time. I mean, I can walk and talk. Why can't I learn sign language and Elvish?
Maybe. We could definitely try.
So yeah, Mike, send me the contents of that letter too, and I'll put it in my.
Yeah, just
notes.
remind me
Well,
at the end of the game. Zachary. Zachary, Zach. Not sure. You hear a voice in your head of Rydurius. Right, buddy. Hey. Let me know what you like to be called. So I know we're like helping each other out now. Looking for and haven't heard from our friend Amaria in quite some time. Knew you guys are in, and you seem like using his words because he's either counting or being careful. In the vicinity. Only we are looking, not the Inquisitors. But, and then it drops off.
Well, we might have just figured out who this girl could be. Maria's.
By the way, I lost count. About like halfway through speaking. Not quite used to these things. And you see it, like you hear a pause. Right. Limited words. Trying to help. Because antiquities. Haha! Got it.
Antiquities.
Hope you're doing, and then it just cuts off again.
I guess I'll respond back to him. Thanks, Zach Works. Thanks for the information. We'll look into it.
No response. You get a weird twinge feeling like he probably tried to respond to in wherever he was, but the connection didn't go through.
So Maria is missing, it seems.
You remember the last time you spoke to her, she was trying,
He's fighting.
was fighting,
Coming
and
to the elves, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
she may be one of these, hers or the girls.
Mm-hmm.
So yay.
Okay. That's good to
a
know.
little on the nose if the DM did that. That'd be crazy.
Easy.
Okay, we'll look out for her. I mean, potentially reaching out to her, but I don't know.
Think we should proceed and see what happens.
If she got caught by Arundel or being controlled, it's probably better not say anything until we know.
Yeah, I don't want to tip them off right now.
Yeah.
Unless we tip them off with the wrong information. But we can discuss that later.
Interesting. Tricky.
You hear a Goliath curse upstairs.
Nope, someone finish their food.
Mekai, you've been watching Ergon like kind of help build this little pyre, and Ergon stubbed his toe and dropped a log on his foot. So he's now there with a few choice Goliath swear words.
As we walk out, like to go help with the pyre, I want to sign to Zach. Before we leave, can I borrow your stone to talk to Bri? I want to tell him about Connor.
Does yours not work anymore?
I don't have it.
Your neck thing? I thought he connected you with that.
He has to contact me.
Oh,
I haven't heard from him in a couple of days. He's the one that has it, though. He did an upgrade thing.
I
He
see.
basically made it so that it's like your stone, but he's the one that has it.
Did you not tell Bri yet? Was that a
About Connor?
yeah, was that a daydream that I had?
No.
I've had that
That-
conversation before.
No.
I
Oh,
don't know if
yeah.
I've done it while I've been driving or when I was sleeping. I've had this Bri conversation already in my head. Sorry. Okay.
No, it
I
never
just
happened.
couldn't remember if that was real life or if that was just me doing my little NPC things when I'm
No,
thinking.
it didn't happen.
Wow, I was like,
That's why.
pretty
That's
sure you
why
already
I
told him.
asked him. Yeah, like that's why she asked Connor, "Can I tell your dad?"
That's why I was like, well, Rachel forgot
Yeah,
what happened
you-
last session.
You left off at that cliffhanger. I remember Gary Con, you're like, I have an entire conversation planned out. And I was like, oh, cool. Maybe we'll get to hear it.
Yeah, I think that
I
was
guess
during the
my
15
turn.
hours of I think I've had that like, well, this is gonna happen at some point. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, you can use it on our way over.
Thank you.
Hopefully it works for you. I don't know. It
It wouldn't
connects.
work for me.
Well, you have to do it through the stone, but if you're stone, you're not talking, you know?
I always did it without it before. Without talking.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we always debate, can you talk when you do sending? And we always say, you don't need to talk when you do sending.
He in this game says you do need to talk when you do sending.
That is correct. The cat's
But-
eye is like sort of like subtle spell. It allows her to
Talk.
still make that kind of communication.
Oh. Okay, I guess I never picked up on that.
If
Sounds
you don't
good.
have your cat's eye, you cannot do it.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
The cat's eye was designed for you and enchanted
Yeah.
by Bri after knowing your oath.
Okay.
We can do like the fire thing first.
Yeah.
Help with that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get everything set up. Start a fire. Bodies get stacked. Respectfully. You can see the various tribal identities, and yet at the end of the day, they're all the same. Elves. Exhausted. Pushed beyond and into something that possibly they didn't want. Or further than they probably would have taken it. And in this moment, you can really see the less barbaric sides of the elves than what everyone else. And I are used to this, but that the rest of the world sees. And it just reminds you of what your responsibility as chosens are for. It's not just yours and your people, for everybody. Ergon just kind of goes, and you hear him begin in Goliath and then switch to Kalishtar and into like a Sylvan Elvish. This prayer and almost chant to the affinities. The blessing of water to guide them, air under their wings, the sun at their face. He finishes this, kind of looks to you, or in case you want to say anything.
I'm sorry what has led you to this. Do what we could to try to save who we could. I'll try to find the strength to do more. To find peace and rest.
Looks to you and eyes. It gives you like I don't know if you want to say anything sort of thing.
Anais just signs, we'll end this so everyone can rest finally. And that's all.
Kind of just gives one last look over to Makai and Zachary. Bends down and picks up the torch and lights it. Slowly you see their bodies beginning to burn, move on. And then you see a spark as all four of your chosen's symbols begin to glow. And the smoke in this moment turns green. This toxic smell. But as your glow begins to emanate, it seems to disperse this toxic glow and the smoke turns white. You feel like your show of respect and offering to the affinities freed whatever corruption that was trapping their souls. Zachary, especially, you feel the warmth of your staff glow in response to your prayer. That's where I'll take a break, as the pyre burns low in the silence as you guys are watching. So, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back after this. We'll go and get up, loosen a little bit, grab some popcorn or a drink, go to the bathroom, make sure you hydrate and all that. But we'll be back for the second half of Fates. Thank you guys so much for everybody. Geeky Girl for following and joining the tavern. And Smite, thank you again for being so kind and welcoming everybody to our community. So we'll be back after the break and finish up the second half of Fates United. Welcome back, everybody. We are joining in back from breaks, or second half of Fates United. Our Chosens discovered quite a bit of connecting pieces. Potentially what Lytus, or more specifically Arundel, is up to currently. Why is unknown, but what they're looking into. Word of the girl and troubles that she has been having with Arundel. And connections between the dwarves and the Kalistar's Rune Knight powers. We took notes and connections between obvious sites of the different elves, the different tribal points that the different tribes should be at. A capital, one where the council convened, and Gleamshore, which is on the coast and seems to align with where you are being pointed towards Arendel's current location. You guys gather their bodies, the bodies of the elves that attacked you last session. Gave them a respectful burial, and they seemed to get an answer from the affinities of a blessing for their souls. An acceptance. What are you guys doing? Still mourning. The cold has lifted and has gone to a normal winter day. The wind brisk at your face.
Ogon, do you think you would be able to get the elves that are still recovering and yourself back safely?
Yeah. Yeah, I can handle that. The least I can do.
Very well. Kyle's gonna take his hair and he's gonna put it up into like a warrior's knot.
Ergon had been sending up Amaya, the hawk. And as you're doing that, it gives you a weird look. You just... Yeah, just watch out. Looks like there's a storm brewing from the south. Not sure if it's going to be.
I have the storm myself with me. We'll be fine.
Wait, there is a storm?
Huh?
What?
What?
You said there's a storm.
Yeah, there's a storm to the south. That's what she saw.
Yeah.
Appreciate the warning.
You made it seem like you already knew there was a storm. Did you see it?
Oh. No, I didn't see it. I just, Car was like, hey, there's a storm. Is everything okay? And I said, I don't see any storm.
Oh, buddy. I'm real sorry for your loss.
Oh, he's back now. We brought him back. He's alive.
Of course he is. It's all... And he's just kind of looking over to you guys like, oh, man, that's rough.
Ergon, she's telling the truth.
He's alive.
Yeah, we don't lie.
Especially that one.
Can't you tell from his sunny disposition?
I guess you guys have never lied to me once, so... But... I mean, I saw his dead body. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's alive. I have this journal I've been writing him.
Right, no. How is he alive? I saw him dead. Is what I'm asking.
The power of love. I'm just kidding. Affinities.
You all brought him back?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how often that can happen, but maybe I managed it.
All right. Good.
You can send them a letter.
Yeah, I thought you had gone like bat crazy or something.
No,
man,
I'm not that much in denial.
Like, bless her heart. Well, good. But yeah, I can take care of the elves. Do you want me to take Connor?
Just look at you guys, like, final, like, last warning. Or last
I'm
chance.
good if he wants. I'm
I
good with
believe
what
it.
Connor wants to do.
Take him if he wants to go with you. If he wants to come with us, he'll come with us.
I'm gonna leave that one up to Connor.
Fair enough. Just looks at an ice. It gives you like a little half hug. Careful.
I pat his shoulder because he's probably really big.
Has to lean down just a little bit. Goes over and just starts giving you all hugs and pats and gives you like that shield brother grasp of the arm, then pulls you into a big hug. Thank you.
I'll hug him back.
I don't think
I'm glad you're okay.
I would have
Relatively
made it for
speaking.
you guys. I owe you. All right, I'm not much for the feels. And you just see like tears welling up. I'm not good at goodbyes. I'll go grab him and get on.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
You see his pockets and his backpack seem quite fuller than they did this morning. Sir has food sticking out of every pocket and bag that he could carry. But yep, he'll get the other elves. The others kind of just nod at you, give their thanks, and he kind of stands off, kind of towards the path, looking between Connor and you guys. Connor's just walking out. So you're all heading out?
Are you coming?
Yeah. You're not going without me. That's okay.
What?
Could always use another hunter.
Are you in the right headspace to come?
No. But I hope to get there by the time we get there. And if not, I'm sure you guys will take me out. And this is weird because it's like he has that same smile that Bri has, but it's this also same like acceptance of death that Bri also had at certain times too.
I'll walk up to him and I'll crouch and I'll look at him. What kind of energy is he giving off?
Wait,
Um,
for reference, how tall is Connor?
Like 5'3", like 5'4" or something. Well, no, how tall is Anais? Anais is like,
He's like
Or-
5'11". It makes sense. I mean, I think elves
Yeah,
are
yeah.
all kind of short.
yeah, I was
but
gonna say
don't know.
Connor's not on the tall
Oh,
side of
4'11".
either, but yeah,
Yeah.
like he'd be like 5'3", 5'4", I think.
Ah, he's short.
Yeah, he's not very tall. Yeah, he's
Felt
just
tall
too
as I
short in
am.
my heart. I don't know why. So I'm glad we're on the same page.
okay. Yeah, he just kind of like leans back, and you just get a someone's in my face energy, but also someone that wants to figure out why people are messing with him energy.
He has a pink aura. Just kidding.
He's like totally his Mars is in retrograde, so
Today's a new day, Connor. New decisions to be made.
just looks over to you and eyes.
Connor
Oh.
gets up and walks off.
Does he always do
And
this?
And I assigned he gives really good advice.
And hugs.
Good word on that.
He'll hug you.
When you need it.
He just looks appreciative that you guys are letting him go with you guys.
So let's go, everybody.
Yes.
Rule though that I want to follow: no more victims die if we can help it.
Right.
I
If we
agree.
can help it.
prayed to Solus last night, and it seems like there may be something in this direction that can help undo it without them having to die. So let's find that and save them.
Yeah.
You get that what happened this morning was that answer to that. It's not like there's something else you'll find, but you did feel that pointing towards Gleam Shore, just that's your destination.
The hope that Zach had sinks then.
Sorry. Yeah.
So
I mean,
never mind.
Still means there's possibility to save them, but yeah.
Yeah, but they have to die.
Well, not alive, right?
Yeah.
Well, unless maybe we take out the head and then all the other magic is fine after that.
Nope, they're expended, it sounds like, then.
Right, so kind of clarifying what Dee said as well. It's either take out the source or yeah, do something with them. But
We'll find a way to cut the strings, but first we have to hunt.
I wouldn't mind, even if we could try knocking them out if we encounter any before we get to the head. And then if we do it fast enough, then maybe it is a way to keep them alive afterwards.
For small with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
all right. You guys have explored this area, taking a look at the ruins at the bottom of the map. Those were some seemingly signs to these ruins as well, the notes that you found. Are you heading directly towards where you feel like you've been pointed towards and where it connects to Gleam Shore? There are Ogham or maybe two of the villages that you could potentially hit up en route there. What is your direction or choice of path?
If I take a look at the map, can I potentially gleam out where the best ambush spots are?
Sure. You can give me another skill if you want, but I was thinking survival with advantage. Between you and Ananias and your knowledge of the land and your skills, I feel like it'll be enough for...
12.
Are you adding your proficiency? Do you have proficiency in survival?
I do. I rolled really low.
Gotcha. Just double checking.
I rolled at advantage. I had a 6 as my high.
Oof.
I was just gonna say on this one as well, I'd give you proficiency if you didn't have it, but okay. It's hard. There's a lot of locations for ambushes. Riverbeds that are dried up that could be the high ground on either side of them. If you were to walk in them, there's potential caves or even quicksand now that these forests have turned into deserts. The water has dried up underneath and changed this. Rocks and caves, and you guys know of creatures and vultures out here as well that survive in the heat, thrive in it. It's a dead-end area compared to Fusoaga, but there are trees. They're just that petrified wood. They're not living anymore. So there's mountainous and there's trees, so it's hard to tell. There could be plenty of places, if you're not careful, that you could be ambushed at.
Well done. Through the towns and potentially give off our trail, or do we wrap around?
And how far is it from where we are right now? Total.
Kind of gleaming. You'd say it's probably going on 3rd, maybe into a 4-day walk. You do have an airship.
And how far are we back from Kahoot's village where the airship is?
I mean, you could call in the airship if you wanted, but if you were to walk back, I think we said it was about a half day's travel.
Yes, it wasn't. We didn't go that
It wasn't
far.
that far. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This
Yeah,
is still
so we
within
could-
this is like the edge of Kalishtar territory.
So we could potentially call in the airship. And then get there sooner by backtracking a little bit.
Not sure exactly how long it would take airship to get here, but if he's ready, probably a few hours.
Didn't we already tell him he could go, or did he not go?
We did. We have to tell him to come back.
Right.
Just not sure
Well-
exactly where he went to. Surrounding area to stand by, or if he went to
Mhm.
Celestia, or if he went back to human area. Not sure.
Maybe we just walk? That way, I mean, a big airship flying around, I feel like people could easily see that, and
That is fair. And our quarry is clever.
do you have, like, horses or something, Kahu, in your village, or do you just walk everywhere?
I think the Goliaths are often too big for the horses. And my people prefer using the sea. So not really.
Your sister had
Mhm.
horses. Where'd she get those?
Oh, it's true.
It's a good question. Maybe from the villages up here. So maybe if we swung by one of the villages, we could find some horses.
Yeah, you know that on this side of the mountain, a few of the Kalishtar villages would utilize horses for scouting and hunting. Whereas on your side, it's more boating and swimming and
Well,
I
we
thought-
definitely have enough money for all of this, so...
So to a village it is then.
Kahu, you also know that money's not really the trade use of item here. It's more trade and service oriented.
And you're right, Makai, we do have plenty of money. Don't know how helpful it'll be, but we have plenty of it.
You can trade money, gold for a horse. There you go, trading. Works. It's not the same.
How long would we know how long it would take us if we went by horse? So like cut it in half, basically.
Not quite in half. It would probably get you into that 3rd day. So, well, we talked about this last time as well. Because I did all this research on exploration and then put it out the window because I gave you guys an airship. Horses allow you to travel the 8 hours in a day without having to really push yourselves because of you put the items on them or walk. But the horses still have to rest. So it's not that much of a difference being on horse versus foot, except for the fact that you're more rested going there. Because
Wish
it's
we
not.
had Shadowfax.
Yeah, if you had Shadowfax, a little different. So it'd probably be about 3 days by horse, 3.5 to 4 by walking. Hours, maybe a day by airship.
And even if we took the airship, we'd probably want to go at least half a day's journey before, because we wouldn't want to alert anybody, would we? Unless it seems like they know we're coming. So, who knows how much secrecy is even going to be a thing?
Mm-hmm. I think we should just
You tried
Shadowfax
holding that
them.
laugh. That was impressive.
I think we should try finding some horses. Yeah. Be sneaky.
If you're okay with your people waiting out, Kahu.
We're talking about the long way.
If we go the long way, yeah.
I mean, I was planning on us going the long way. Honestly, forgot we even had the airship.
You forgot?
We've had it we've gone one place with it.
I mean, it's just pretty big. It's hard to forget.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's not even actually ours. It's like, here, you can borrow this. I was just assuming to get you where you need to go.
True.
Technically, it's not even your first airship, but your second owned one, third one that you've been on. Yeah.
You know what? We probably should make use of the airship. That means we could potentially wrap around, and we can even come from the backside instead of coming from the front. Could be a nice advantage.
Okay.
But we do take the airship.
Yes. Does anybody have a way to communicate to the airship captain?
Yes. Don't you, though, too?
I guess I'm not calling Sasha tonight.
My sister has the stone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kahu, why did you give her the stone?
You all saw it.
Because she needed to talk to her
I
mother.
did, because she didn't see me. So I
Oh,
didn't
that's
see
right.
it.
That's right. You were in the building. Never mind. So Anais was the only one that saw that. Yeah.
You could have.
What? Okay, whatever.
I'll just talk to mom.
Yeah, she could have just been like, hello, okay, good to see you, bye. And then given you the stone back.
Well, she knows I have to come back now, too, so.
Okay.
I'll call the captain to come pick us up here. Hey, come find us at this camp, this direction of this place. You'll see it. It's a big open area.
What? How am I supposed to find you with those directions? Where are you at the plateau?
I said a landmark. This direction. It's a big open camp. You'll see it from the sky. Come get us.
Is this the one that you can go back and forth on?
Yes.
What direction from the beach, man?
I tried it. This spot north. Get us.
He's just trying to, like, fast summarize it.
Give me just a flat persuasion, just to see how well you can convey these directions to him.
24.
Okay. It takes like a good like multiple times, and he's like, wait, like a mile or 3? Like, all right, we could miss it. Can you put up a flare, like a fire? But eventually you kind of work together and find.
It's a big smoke fire that's going. You'll find it.
Yeah, the fire.
Find this big thing of smoke.
All right. Well, I mean, depending on how far you are, it's gonna be about a few hours or full day. If you're that far, probably for a few hours. I don't know. I'll find you.
Okay, put this one away. This guy is terrible at navigation. I don't know if I trust it.
Because you might not have been talking to the navigator, but I get it.
You're talking to the captain. Yep.
I don't trust him.
I mean, to be fair to him, he's never been in this area before. But if you say, follow the smoke, that's a pretty big cloud, so he should be able to see that for miles.
Yep.
Cool. So you guys wait on site for him to show up? Are you walking or?
No.
We'll wait on site, but I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything useful here. Like what was in the camp? Was there like any like tools for weaponry? Was there anything like? Yeah, just
I mean,
what
you
kind
find a lot of
equipment was here.
basic arrows and bows and just basic swords, food. So some of it's starting to go rotten, but a lot of it's still good. Just kind of basic soldier campsite materials. A lot of shovels, and it seems like they had to dig up some of these ruins to get to this stuff, that symbols of the affinities and these unactive runes that are on the statuettes. But beyond that, nothing quite necessarily useful, unless you can think of something that would be typically found at like a soldier's outpost.
I would go up to Zach and be like, do you mind if I still talk to Bri, or is that a big no now that Kahu gave away his stone?
Go for it. It's the last one of the day, though, so we can't do anymore.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Are you actually okay with it?
Yep. Go ahead.
Exact.
Poor Sasha. So excited. Zach said he's going to call me in 2 days, and I was been waiting up all night for it.
No. And Ice like checks one more time. She decides, I could do it tomorrow. Are you sure you don't seem that excited about this? Oh, you're muted.
Just do it.
So, do it. Try.
Is that all you just say is Bri?
No, I said I'd do it to Bri.
Okay.
I was just waiting. I was waiting for you to
Yeah,
be ready or something.
What's your message? You just
so...
hear do. Hello? No.
Hey, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you.
Oh, girls, hold on. Ananias! Sorry. Look, I took the girls for a little trip up north to the fishing area. They're getting a little booked up at the house. Don't get me wrong. I love Meikai's parents. Also, they're really overbearing. It's okay. I'll be right over there. So we just needed a little vacation time for us and Uncle Bri. But we're doing great. I showed them the land. We are all pitching in, and some of the druids even came help. Stops. Gets cut off. It's like limit point at that point.
I think you can just keep going back and forth. I don't know if
you can respond, yeah, but it like hits his response time, and then like you can continue it on, but it still kind of has like a limited sense of wording for each send. So you get the feeling you're wondering if Bri is still talking.
Well, he would know how it works, though, right?
Yeah, he's probably waiting for you to say something to keep on talking. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is what I meant.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see why they'd be overbearing, but you're with other people besides the girls, though.
Oh, right now, yeah. So I wanted to say, we have been excavating and really redoing your house and all the other houses. But no, yes, I took the girls to a lake up north. Yeah, we have a few druids watching us. We're fine. We're safe. It's okay.
Okay. Hey, I have some news. Are you in a headspace to handle it right now, or do I need to talk to you at another point?
Are we talking I am now a chosen and have cool powers and I'm going to save the world news? Or we're talking there's a crazy monster that's about to destroy a tower and I killed my friend's family news?
Middle.
I think I'm in a good place, right? It's beautiful. The girls are here. If it's good news, good news, good news.
All right. One last thing before I talk to you. I need you to promise me that you are going to stay where you are.
Do you not want me to go back to Meikai's parents? I can find a new house.
Oh my god. Stay in Solstirum, that sort of thing.
Right.
That area with the girls, you know.
My apologies. Of course. I mean, unless you're in danger, then I'll keep them safe and come after. Do you need help?
No, we've got things under control. We've been tracking Lytus, actually.
Oh. So this is... We found another member news.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Arendelle?
Did he know about Arendelle?
I don't know if he'd know the name. The only thing I think he knew was he was there for the interrogation, but the guy never said a name, so.
Huh. Arendelle. I remember a daughter of one of the tribes, Arendelle, saying she's a part of Lytus?
I don't know, but it's the person that other assassin was talking about. And when we heard at the desert, one with the markings on her face, we're tracking her right now.
Wasn't that the one with... that was supposedly with? He doesn't finish the name.
Yup. And, your son's here with me, so. And he's, fine. He's alive.
So, you had kind of broken up there, then that line, and you get the sense that he might not have heard that last word or processed it in his response. Because he's very quick to respond, almost as if he was already catching the response, but we found his body then.
I found his body, still alive, he's walking around, he's alive.
What?
I'm staring at him right now, Bri.
Let me talk to him. My boy's alive.
Yes.
I'm fine, Gus. You hear a crack in his voice.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
My Connor's alive?
Yeah, he did die, so I think you were right. But they resurrected him. We found him.
Is he... What did you have to do to him?
Well...
You remember
Zach
that
has-
last time he was heard of him was that he was walking around with green tattoos alongside this golden woman?
Yep. Well, Zach has this thing now. He can, help people that are cursed, so he did that to him. So he seems like he's
What do you mean, help
himself.
them with the curse?
If something's messing with his head, I think Zach made that stop for the moment.
So he's okay?
He's recovering, if that makes sense. But yeah, he's himself.
Is he hurt?
He's okay. He's has been through a lot. I think he needs some time to
Right.
figure out himself a little bit.
Yeah. Right.
You don't want to hear this, but Lytus used him a lot, and I think he needs to handle that before he's ready to talk to the people he knows. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Yes. I get that.
He's like, he was really concerned about you. He obviously misses you.
I miss him so much.
So, that being said, Bri, I'm gonna take care of him, okay? And I'm going to bring him back to you.
I need you to tell him I'm sorry. I stopped looking for him.
You thought he was dead.
And he wasn't. So, tell him that. I'm
Okay.
sorry. That I'll be here waiting for him to come back to me.
Okay. I'll tell him.
Thank you, and I.
You're welcome. I told you I would take care of it. So I did.
Your father always used to gloat to me that way as well.
Oh, I don't mean to gloat. I'm just saying I
It's a
wanted
good thing.
Elizabeth.
You were like a daughter to me. Thank you.
You're the only family I have left, so I hope you know I'd do anything for you.
Oh, those other chosens are chopped liver. It's just us.
No,
I get it. Thank you. Wow. It's like the sun is bright again. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now don't rush over here. Yeah? You gonna keep a promise?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'll try. Just talk. Maybe we have one less communication stone, so if you want updates, you talk to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's the girls are a little
Yeah.
handful in the morning.
No,
It's
you're good.
just babysitting them for the past couple days, so
No, it's good. I'm glad.
sure. Oh, yeah, of course, darlings, of course. They say they miss Zachary, and to say hello and big hugs, kisses. Zachary.
Okay. I'll tell him.
You can say I was with Makai's parents and that they miss her, I guess, and make tea better. I don't know what they would say. They're very
Make tea better.
make Makai make tea better or something. I don't know. They're very nice but very strict. So not used to it. They made me put a shirt on when I was making bacon. Like, it's just, you ruin your shirts and your robes when it happens. It's just very frustrating.
Right, that's probably a good thing.
It ruins a good robe. Oh, it's fine. I'm not getting into this right now. All right.
Okay.
Guys, just give him a big hug for me. I'm sure if he's anything like me, he feels guilty. And if he's anything like his mother, he's gonna want to fight.
Yeah, I'm picking up on both those things right now, so...
Bring him back to me. Please.
Yeah. I will.
Ooh.
How do you end a conversation like this? I don't really know. You're the more charismatic one.
I love you, Nice. Be safe.
I love you too. Have fun fishing.
But you're not supposed to say anything after that. But thank you. We will. Goodbye.
Oh, sorry.
Bye. Yo, are you still there?
Yeah. Bye. I did the phone thing. I'm too used to Karis when she has the cell phone. I hand the rock back to Zach. Your
Alex
sister
gets
say
me
hi.
crying quickly.
Right.
Hello.
I saw you wiping tears.
Oh yeah, I was like right off the bat. I was like, Bri. Like, he doesn't even know yet.
Agony. Well, if you had a daydream about it, you already had.
Oh no, I've already processed his emotions. I already know exactly how he feels.
Yeah, I hand this note back to Zach and I just sign your sister say hi and they miss you.
Everyone's good.
Yeah, they were going fishing or something. Sounds like he's been spending a lot of time with them, keeping him busy.
It's good.
And sounds like I like look over and like make sure Meikai isn't watching or I'll like move so she can't see me signing and then I'll sign. Seems like Meikai's parents are like a lot. But that's more drama than anything serious, so.
Eyebrow raise, Mark.
Zach knows they're a lot. He avoided them the whole time.
He saw them force an ice to get a haircut.
Yep. He stayed out of their way and just stayed in the
Don't
shadows.
notice me, don't notice me, don't notice me.
Yep.
Oh, thanks. I think it meant a lot to him. To know.
Yep. No, it's good he knows.
You see Connor off in the distance, just stoking the fire, looking into it. Doesn't look like that far off stare, but doesn't also seem very chipper either. You guys are just waiting for the airship, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you guys want to do while waiting?
I would tell Connor. I know I've done a lot of roleplay stuff, so we don't have to make a huge thing, but I would just tell Connor like what Bri said. And
I feel like that deserves a roleplay.
should we just?
Yeah, it's okay.
I feel I've been doing a lot
Just
though,
go.
so
It's fine. That's important.
If you want, I can put
It
something
doesn't
in
have to
there
be
break
long.
it up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, as long as it's
No, it doesn't have to be long.
I won't feel
Just-
bad. Okay.
Yeah, do it.
There's
What
many
did Bryce
things
say
that
now?
you do with brevity. That's not one of them.
Yeah.
I forgot what Bryce said now. Dang it.
He said,
He
tell
was
him I'm sorry I stopped
sorry.
looking for him. I wrote it down and I said,
And then
afterwards.
hearts broke everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I would just go over like by the fire.
Hey,
I sign. Talk to your dad.
oh, you okay?
He was really happy to hear that you were okay. He also told me to tell you that he's sorry. He's sorry that he stopped looking for you.
I think that means more than you think. Thank you.
I just like blink at him like, what?
When I was a kid and mother died, I don't think I understood she was sick. Just thought she was hiding. Always kept looking. They always told me, even when someone dies, keep on looking for little pieces of them in the world. I think that's what he means.
That
Also
makes a lot
literally,
more
but
sense.
I mean,
Yeah. Now I feel kind of bad. I kind of lectured him on how he's trying to blame himself, but okay, I get it now.
oh no, he for sure was, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like I am. But... Thank you. He gives you a really big hug.
I hug him back, and then I, like, after we're done, I, like, pull away. I'm like, that was also from Bri, I think. That's
Oh
what
no,
he
that was
told
from me to you, but sure.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that from him as well. Okay. I'll be ready.
Okay. Good.
Let's do this. Kaho comes running in with food. If you want to catch it short.
We already did food earlier. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all he's going to say. So he just looks
Cool.
much happier and much more at peace with that knowledge.
Cool.
Definitely still see that wound of guilt. But he needed to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cool.
you guys hang out. Any other RPs or things that you guys want to do? It's starting to get late into the afternoon at this point.
I wanted to check in with Kahu and see how he was, because I've talked to the other two. Slide over to wherever Kahu is.
Yeah, Kaho, what are you doing?
At the moment, I'm probably looking at dug up runes. Just curious what they are. What's the differences between the ones that I got? And...
What I can tell you, now that you actually guys are looking at them, this is much more ancient symbology than you've seen on the affinities. They represent similar to the one they saw at the Centaurium. They're not the modern day depictions, but some of the originals. And they, now that you have the knowledge you have and the connections that you started to pick up on, you can start seeing patterns and mosaics that you've noticed before at some of these other locations repeated. Some of the same architecture. Otherwise, it just seems like a point of prayer or of some religious or arcane sort of like in respect to the affinities. If it has a function, it's beyond you guys at the moment. Kind of reminds me of like that Stonehenge where it's like, is there more to this or not sort of aspect. Makai walks up to you as you're doing this.
Hey, Kahu.
Hello, Mecca.
What are you doing?
Just trying to understand what's going on here to some degree. It's really confusing.
Like, trying to decode them? Language?
I don't think I'm anywhere near versed enough to do such a thing as that. Unless they're primordial. But that's another story. Are they?
Maybe like maybe write them down, copy them.
Sure. Do you have any extra paper?
I have a lot of paper.
It's not going to get sent off, is it? Just be
No,
copied
this is
symbols
different.
And then it's like goes elsewhere and
No.
What?
No. This is different.
sure I could use some paper.
Are you doing okay?
A lot happening that I'm trying to process. I have a
Yeah.
sister who feels slighted. A brother who has followed a path that Denise knows all too well from what she has seen.
Mm-hmm.
Just found out that there's a high likelihood the sins of the past were what led to the loss of people near and dear to me. And I'm trying to figure out how to piece things back together. And I don't know how.
One thing at a time?
Right now I'm looking at runes. Because it's not any of those things at the moment.
Give yourself a mental break.
I'm trying.
Well, I don't...
How are you doing?
I'm worried about my home. I'll look back towards Hanasuka.
I think I can understand that feeling.
I don't want to go back, but maybe to help people a little bit better.
I have a feeling that to make things right, to make things whole again, I think we need to understand who we are as people.
I don't disagree. Huh?
I was just gonna say, I think we do need to go back. For your sake.
I think it's less for my sake and more for the country itself. I already understand who I am. Going back to my country isn't going to fix anything. That, right? They kicked me out and made me this way.
They sought to make you that way, but you still made yourself who you are.
Yes.
Am I talking in circles again? I might be talking in circles again.
Yes.
You and I have been pretty good about telling me not to do that.
I think it's a mark of trying to keep up philosophical conversation, and that's not a bad thing. But I think I know where you're coming from. I'm not feeling as broken and as hopeless as I was when I came to the Centaurium. I feel like my life has meaning again, which is a good thing. So I don't think going home is going to solve or help anything anymore. I think what it's going to help is my desire to punch the king in the face. That might solve that problem. And I'm just smiling as I say it. It's definitely a joke, but...
Is it?
No.
I use his hat to turn into a tiefling with regal-looking attire, but it probably looks nothing like the king's. He's never seen the king. He's like, you could always punch me if you need it.
You look like June's uncle. The crazy one. That's funny.
I do what I can. I'm starting to learn I can be creative with this thing. It's interesting.
I'll turn into what the king looks like. This is what he looks like.
Bit of a punchable face.
Yeah. Change back to me. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. And you know, if you need a battle, I mean, I'm sure Anais and I could spar with you.
I'd be up for that. Maybe I'll wait a little bit longer. I have no idea when that's going to get here.
Oh, you'd like right now?
I mean, I'm only going to twiddle my thumbs for only so long, you know?
Hey, Anais!
I was about to make you guys all make perception checks.
Oh, I'm yelling to Anais.
I just like look over.
Do you want to fight?
Is that
I'm gonna
normal?
look at Zach. Good fighting. You know,
Shooting, sparring.
Connor's just looking real, like, oh, relieved.
You can join in too.
Give me a few more days.
Yeah, I mean, a nice will. She always likes doing that. So, yeah.
You guys get a good hour or so of sparring. Why don't you guys give me just a roll off to see who won? Oh, bless you. Are you okay, Rachel?
Yeah, that was just
14!
me.
I did not know what that was. I thought you got really hurt for a second.
Perfectly average. 10.
And
We're just doing a flat roll, right?
yeah, just to kind of see. Obviously, no one's going for hurtsies or anything, but
Hurtsies.
hurtsies. No
18.
one's going for heartsies or in the faces to. Oh, what'd you get? 18?
Anais won!
Yeah, you guys kind of start sparring. It's like very light at first and kind of 2-on-1, and then there's just a slight anger and intensity. Still nothing to hurts, but just a seriousness that Anais slowly pushes kind of that jive of the spar a little further and further, and until, without even noticing it, it slowly but distinctly becomes Meikai and Kahu against Anais instead. There's good hits all around, but it's pretty clear by the end of it, Anais, though maybe the first to fall in most battles, has seemingly gotten the upper hand in this spar on both of you. You both have little just touches here and there of attacks that would have hit you. But everyone give me
We do
perception
a
check.
point system. She got the most points.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
She goes for the core, not the outside limbs.
21.
Oh, for perception?
Yep.
No, you're doing it.
This is at the end of you guys sparring, about halfway through.
15.
I know, we chose to do the point battle off of the core size, and then I'm realizing after the fight, like, I've got
The
3 times
biggest
as
core.
much space to hit as everybody else.
Well,
Perception check.
yeah. Zach, you're not even bothering a perception check.
Not even worth mentioning what I got.
Is it a 7?
13.
It's a 9.
Better than
That's better than a 7!
Yeah, Connor and Connor got a 5, so
Yeah,
he did worse. So yeah, Zachary and Connor, you guys are just stoking the fire, trying to make it even more smoky. The three of you see an object in the distance flying towards you.
Your ship.
just starts flapping its wings and breathing fire. No, I'm just joking. The airship does appear off of the coast, continuing up over the Fusuaka. So it did stay in the area. It was only a few hours, so it's getting into the beginning of like the end of the afternoon into the beginning of like dusk. It slowly lands, and Connor's just looking up like, y'all got pull. All right. Like a
From the queen.
like a chosen thing?
Yeah. Sort of.
Not bad. Not bad. All right. Man, you guys have made it.
Zach's really good at talking to people.
Yeah, this is all because of Zach. Hey, Zach!
What?
Airship.
Oh, good, you didn't get lost.
Connor looks a little confused that he's really good at talking to people and just this sass going on.
Yeah. He shows it when he needs to. That's what's important.
Oh. Yeah, sure. I mean, he's been mostly nice to me. So.
Next, a sweetheart.
He is. Sure. I don't know him that well. I've been in prison and sleeping half the time. I'm sorry.
It's
I
fine.
am looking forward to getting to know you, Zachary, much more in the days to come ahead.
It'll be good.
Do you like books, Connor?
That was my dad's
Do
thing.
you like... Okay.
I mean, I love
Arcade.
hiking, and the spar did look fun. I just still kind of worried about things. Fighting,
You're always welcome.
killing animals for food. Zachary, are you into any of those things?
Nope.
Oh. That's a real cool airship, though.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And it's so
I do side.
good.
Zachary likes taking things and we don't know it.
I like doing that. I like taking things as well. Yeah.
I check my pockets.
I haven't done that to you guys, don't worry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I see where he said he's good at words now.
Sure.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm like just looking at Zach's bag of holding.
What else is in there?
What is in there? And then I signed to Zach, you keep deflecting, but I will know what's in your bag.
Connor just kind of turns his back between, so you only, so Zachary can't see him signed to you, and I used to flip my dad's bag of holding over all the time. Everything comes spilling out. Just to let you know.
And I signed noted.
About that time.
I
It's
give a very approving look at you signing noted.
the airship circles and then
What just
eventually
happened?
lands.
I just nudge you, Zach, like, it's okay.
I was probably like, what just happened in your mind?
I say back, drama.
Who had over a 20 on the perception check? Meikai, as they're joking back and forth, you see arrows stuck into one side of this airship as it's landing. Is that you guys? Did we find the right place?
Yes.
Thank God. All right. Get on the ship. We found... Kyle, your sister says hi or something.
Appreciate it.
I don't! And he's like pointing to the arrows at the side of his airship.
Oh, it's not a good high.
I don't know. They were burning a fire and I was told to look for the smoke north of Fusuaga.
Well, it's good to know where they're at.
We need to tell a lot to fire their navigator.
Thanks for the free scouting.
You're welcome. Lands, let you guys up.
It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for doing all this work to come and get us. I appreciate it.
It is the honor of the century for me as captain for the Chosens at the liege of the Queen. The deception was not meant to be that thick and good, but it's one of those like rich people, like, you know, sure, I'll say whatever you want.
Do you want money?
No, we get paid plenty.
Oh.
Just don't want to be shot by Kalistar.
Well, I will refrain from shooting you then.
Thank you. Where to?
You're
Are we going? Are we going back to Organia or Nolly?
I would just assassinate him.
It's ours now. Zachary can drive it.
Zach,
Yeah.
where are we going?
We going back to Sarkar's New Atari with
Who has the map? Which one is it?
Who's the map?
I feel like
map
one
man?
of you two boys have it.
There,
Yeah.
on the map. Can you
Captain
follow the
pulls out
map?
another map. I don't do what city do you want to go to?
Not a city, here.
I look at the map and look at the sun to see if I can get a navigation point together for him.
I will add it to the map, but yeah, you guys know where Gleam Shore is and able to
Point. Can you get us here?
I want to make a navigation route because I do know how to navigate.
So we're not going.
No.
Is there people that are going to shoot us here?
Possibly, but we can land over here, further out, and make our approach by foot. So you don't get shot.
This is like a recon mission. You should be honored.
Should we pick up security to get added to the ship and maybe retrofitted with weapons to fight back?
You not just have that standard.
No. This is
Do
a.
you have that standard?
I mean, on another
I mean,
ship. This is a
You're carrying the
politician's.
queen, wouldn't you? I figured they'd have something.
Well, when the queen has inquisitors, typically that go along with her and guide, protect her. Guards. Fine. Let's. He just like turns back to the helm. Starts taking
Like
off.
our plan too, we were saying, is to go like a half a day before that anyway.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's not even super close to where,
Oh.
hopefully. Perfect.
So, question is, are you pointing him above any of the other cities to scout, or is this a direct route that would not go over anything else? Is there...
You know how planes fly? They typically fly in like a little archy pattern.
Yep.
Similar to that. Here we go.
So based
Up
on that,
around.
though, so I know this is a little amorphous and this you can't quite see locations on the map. Just a question, are you trying to hit up any of them on the way there, or are you trying to avoid going over those?
Not
No.
on the way there, trying to avoid because there's
Okay.
a good chance that scouts would be present in those areas more heavily.
Fair enough. All right. Ship takes off. You guys gotta point these different locations that you are avoiding to take the path on. It's a little bit of a curve and then have to go up north to kind of bypass Ogum, which is where this capital is. And then you kind of turn in towards the right. Are you trying to get there at night or the next day? At this point, you could probably get there in the middle of the night, maybe in the morning, like early morning before the sun comes back up. Or do you want them to kind of rest and wait for you guys to get there when the light's up?
Well, I don't know if it matters where he gets there since we're going so not at the actual location. Right?
Yeah.
Right, but do you want him to land like the quickest he'd get there, which would be about like 4 a.m.? And it'd be the middle of the night when he lands? Or do you want him to like wait somewhere until the sun comes up before he lands at that location north of the place? It's just all I'm asking, like timing wise.
Land before the sun comes up.
Cool. Okay.
So
There's reasons for
Kinda
this.
hide it.
That's all. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, try to hide.
Oh yeah,
as
that works.
as the ship is, you've successfully avoided the cities, and as the ship is finding a decent location to land, you guys have been able to rest. So if you want to get your long rest in before this, just based on the time you've waited, not doing anything, sleep, all that. You guys are up. They wake you up. Give me perception checks as you guys are finding space to land.
22.
20.
8.
12.
All right, both of you are having a hard time seeing in the night. Kahu, fortunately, even less so. It's a little blurry. Anais and Makai, you both have very sharp eyes, kind of hanging out near the bow. Anais, you've been doing this so long, you're so used to Overwatch from a airship. As you're trying to find a location, you come across an abandoned village town with a few houses. Looks like they've been burnt down in a well. But about a mile south to that, and it's about where this airship is headed, unless you say something. You can see a cave and a light, like fire, that was in it that gets snuffed out. You both catch this before the airship gets close enough.
I like look at Makai to be like and like point.
Airship looks like it's on its descent and would land 100 yards away from that cave unless you either tell it to or tell it to change direction.
Did we go farther?
You haven't gotten up to it yet. By the time you land would be about a football field's away from it. You'd be like almost at that cave. It's like this open landing and the shoreline in front of it. But you're still about half a day's travel above, north of Gleam Shore, because you've come in on the north side of it and trying to come down. This is an unnamed, some sort of outskirt, small little village, possibly, that seemed abandoned and burnt. But you see a cave that seemed to have some sort of fire or light source that got snuffed out.
Did we have him land even further away from that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess is everyone up on the deck?
Yeah.
Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I would just tell the other two really fast to see if they have any.
Yeah.
As pointed out, you can't
Ideally.
see any fire, but you can see the cave that they're speaking of.
Guys, we don't have to land anywhere. We could just go above it, jump out, and all feather falls down. Wherever we want to go.
Oh,
That's true.
actually great.
Sounds interesting.
I love that
Okay.
idea, says the captain.
Do you want to do that? Are you okay doing that?
I'm totally fine doing that. Then we can avoid everything. If there's some unknown porch that we're worried about, we
Yeah.
can bypass it.
And they'll, okay, yeah, let's do that then.
Directing to, so this is north of Gleam Shore. Are you having him go past it in between Gleam Shore and this little cave, or back above where you would walk by it? Just trying to make sure I understand correctly.
I mean, it's hard to tell right now. I can't picture what we're doing, so
Are we going to land on the cave that the fire was?
I think we're jumping off at the cave ourselves.
Oh, so you're jumping off at the cave. I thought you guys were saying you're going past it. That's why. That's my bad.
Why are we landing in
no.
the cave?
We're not landing. We're jumping. We're jumping out of the ship and feather falling.
Right.
Yeah, but why would we personally, as a group, land at this cave if we're concerned about it?
Because maybe there's people in there. Maybe they're hiding, and if we can get the drop on them. Or we don't have to. We can land.
We have a mission. What?
It's true.
How far away is the cave from Gleamshore?
This is about a half
It's
day's
about-
travel.
Yeah, it was kind of where
Yeah.
I wanted to
This is
land,
where you
but I
wanted
mean,
to
we could-
land, but you kind of see this. He stopped at the descent and is kind of hovering. And the captain's going, if you saw them, good chance they've seen you by now. The gems glow on the bottom of this.
So why don't we just start going back the direction we came, and then we jump out, and the ship just keeps going, and everyone likes, oh, they just kept going. Sounds good, and then we land.
I like that plan.
Yeah, that can work. Yeah.
Then we're closer to where we need to be anyways.
Yeah.
So that's the clarification. So you guys, so if Gleamshore is here on the shore, you guys came north of it because you wanted to get on the back side instead of if you had walked like straight towards it. So where you are now is even northern of Gleamshore, and you guys are coming from the north above that. If you came back the way you came, you'd still be north of this cave. That's why the question is, do you want to go backtrack so you'd be walking past the cave to get to Gleamshore, or do you want to jump off south of this cave closer to Gleamshore? Are you
Closer
trying
to Gleamshore is what I'm thinking.
Closer. Yeah. Yeah.
Less walking.
and
make it so
bypass
that-
this cave?
Bypass the cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I understand so we get this correct for next episode.
You're good.
Yes. We don't want to deal with ambush from people in cave.
Yeah.
All right. Captain goes forward some more. With your perception checks, you're able to get out of visual range of this cave and feel like there's a good spot you could jump off, have this ship change direction. Anyone even watching would think the ship's not going to Gleamshore and is away from this cave. Perfect. I was like, wait, we're jumping?
Yep.
All right. And he just runs and jumps. Doesn't seem to be waiting for you guys.
Ah!
Oh, he's dead. Okay, bye.
Run and jump.
Yep, I'll jump.
You just kind of see him do this flip and kind of go backwards and be like, y'all coming right?
Yeah, we're all going.
Yeah, I'll step up and jump off.
All right. Guys jump off. The captain goes, good luck, and takes off. And we will end the session with you guys free falling with the feather fall, of course. And we'll see what you land into next
Floaty
episode.
falling.
Floaty follies. No one's getting heartsies today. Cool. Sorry for the confusion. It's just I wanted to make sure I understood if you guys are going past the cave or all that kind of stuff. So fantastic. All right. We'll end the episode there and pick back up en route to Gleamshore. What you find out. Great session, guys. A lot of lore, good RP. Excited to get into Arendelle and what this all means. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys, everybody, for joining in and sticking with us. And I got the hiccups. It's been a long week. I've been working all week. I've had a family reunion. I've had streams, and tomorrow I get off, and it's nice to have it all end with a game with my D&D friends and have a nice, wonderful day at the beach with family tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll be back next Thursday for next episode 55. of Fates United. Connor now joining with you guys. One of the first few times that an NPC has joined in on this little exploration, so this will be fun.
Actually hanging with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have Feywild next week as well on Wednesday, both 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure to check out Marquee Gaming this Sunday for the next episode of Bacon Dora. You guys are still doing Bacon Dora, right? This weekend. I just remembered. Don't you have some stuff? Okay, cool. Just making sure. That being said, let's go ahead and see who we are going to raid tonight. Unless you have any suggestions. I was thinking about someone new. We've been raiding a lot of people we know lately. Let's say, as always, we're like to raid the D&D kind of. Did you know they have a tabletop RPG section now?
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Had them for a while. Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah.
I've never seen one at like the top of the page before. It's usually Dungeons and Dragons. Interesting. So I do see Critical Role. We don't need to raid them. They got plenty of viewers. Let's see. We could raid this. Oh, Bardicdice is on. We could see if they're. Oh, here we go. Let's see how long they've been playing. They're going on 4 hours. Maybe not. They look like a cool channel though. Let's just do it. We'll risk it. It was probably half the time we raid into someone is about to end, but we'll see.
Maybe they're doing an 8-hour session like we were.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, but they look cool. The players and creators are playing. It's a wild mount, and they're on episode 55, so they've been doing this about just as long as we have.
Eee.
So let me get back to my Quato dishboard. Sorry guys, this is taking forever. Stupid OBS doesn't allow me to raid straight from OBS anymore. All right. I mean, we love you, OBS. Thanks for letting us use your tools to stream what we love to do. That being said, thank you guys so much for bearing with us. We're gonna go and raid and send all of the Bardic Barrage over to players and creators. Thank you guys so much for giving us all your love and respect. As always, if you would give them the love and respect that we like to show each other and really bring this community to life and make some changes. So thank you guys so much for everything you've done for me and for all of our friends. We'll see you next week. Love you guys. Bye.